Pictures Prevent Crime. So we identified public art as a crime deterrent. That's based on studies throughout the country and throughout the world. So back in 2016-ish, we identified that there wasn't any public art to speak of in Spring Lake. So we partnered with the village and we started this Art in the Park project. Angela Butler came on board with the village shortly after that and kind of took over the working end of the project. So we've been able to get some funding through public and private donors in order to start with our art initiatives. Many of you have seen the two pieces that we had installed last summer on the back of Flanagan's and on the back of Tribal Leaders. And we're also commissioned a sculpture that's currently built. This is the next step. So thank you. They're very impressive. You made it for those choosing. We really appreciate your talents and your work and your effort.
Absolutely. And we want to make sure we take 7 steps up. The next art installation will be on the north side of this building, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. We also want to thank the Grand Haven Area Youth Advisory Council because we got a grant in order to do this. One of our goals was to make sure that we pay all artists, young, old, or anywhere in between, a fair and just compensation for their artwork. And we're really hoping that by having high school students and that we're able to help launch perhaps their art career if they're interested in pursuing a degree in art or, see, that's what happens when you're so important. Your phone goes off all the time. I'm going to turn mine off. But that we can help build a portfolio and a resume and help launch these young people into the next step in their career, hopefully. So that being said, I've got my cheat sheet here. I got to make sure that I thank everybody and we get everybody acknowledged. So the artists today, we do have their boards up here on the submissions, and I can tell you, when I was first shown these, I was so blown away. I was like, every single one of them is amazing. And so the artists we have with us today, raise your hand when I call your name. We have Inez Allard, and her mom Michelle's with her. Victoria Haley Brosnan, Victoria Ario. Oh, I'm sorry. On my list it says Victoria Haley Bronson. Must be two. Okay, Victoria Ariel. Sorry about that. Haley Brosnan. Yes. And then we've got Liv Butler and Eleanor Vega. Yay! Thank you all for coming. And then also thank you to Jennifer Gwinnett for kind of spearheading this through the high school, and then also artist Christy Drees has signed on to help us kind of walk through the process, whether it's figuring out how much product we need, paint supplies, that sort of thing, and kind of help these artists make sure that we get this to the point of execution. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Jennifer Gwinnett, and she's going to talk a little bit about the process and the boards that we have up here. Come on up.
I'm so excited to see you guys. I missed you. I've been missing you. I thought a lot about you collectively, my students, in the last month or two. I thought a lot about you individually. You submitted your artwork, and I looked at it, and I thought about why. Why has it been Tori and Ellie and Inez and Liv and Haley that got to this point? And I can speak about each of you, and actually I'm going to do that right now because I think it's worth that. I think it's worth recognizing the reason why you're sitting in this room. I'm trying not to get emotional about it. I just love you guys so much, and I respect your work so much. Ellie, you're an incredible, creative genius in my eyes. You know who you are as an artist. You own it. You don't compromise. You are a digital phenom. If you don't follow her on Instagram, you should. She has a lot to say, and it's not just about art. I think you have opinions about the world, and that's so amazing, and I think you're beyond your years creatively, and I admire you. I think you're wonderful. Tori, you are incredible.
Could you back up a second?
Pardon?
Can you back up just a second?
Back up.
Which one's ours?
Oh, this one.
Artist number 1.
so impressed with how organized you were in the process. You were in contact with me, of course via Zoom, asking questions, giving input. That's so important as an artist to not operate in a vacuum, and the fact that you recognize that and you knew that your work would be better if you asked for people to collaborate with you is so impressive. You're smart, you're not just creative, but you're also academic, and I know you work your tail off, and it's not just me that recognized that. Other people involved in this process said, wow, she was like on time, hit the deadline, was organized, you asked good questions. I think you're so kind and sweet and wonderful, and you work hard, and I love that about you. And you're talented, and that goes for all of you. You're so talented, that's why you're here. Inez, girl. Inez, if I could describe how she is in the art room, she's the dark horse. She gets in, she sits down, she goes to work, and people don't realize how technically talented she is until they see what she's outputting. And she is so talented and so dedicated to everything that she does, and it shows. Your ideas are wonderful, but even more than that, you work your tail off. And not just in art, in everything. I've had the joy of working with you on the chalkboard project. You have led Skate for Change with me. Your heart is gold, and you definitely pour everything into everything that you do. And you're so talented technically. You're always trying different things. You're oil painting this summer. You're drawing. You're coming in when I say we're doing colored pencil drawing. Here comes Inez with all her stuff from home, and she's ready and set up and willing to just dive right in. It's just a teacher's dream. So thank you for being you. Liv. The things that I think about when I think about Liv, and I know I'm probably going on and on, but I just can't not talk about each of you individually. Liv, you are an artist through and through. When I think about you, I think about mixed media, because you will just find everything as a way to bring it into your art. And I've seen you make art out of anything that you find. Your sketchbook covers are beautiful. I think of the record that you made, but you have a lot, like Ellie, to say through your art, and I think it's beautiful that you found your voice, and you're talented, and you're passionate about the arts, and it shows. And again, technically good because you work at it. And I think when I think about you too, I think about not just visual art, but the arts. You are passionate about the arts, and you see the importance of the arts and how it can just enrich everyone's lives. And I think that that's just a beautiful thing. You are a beautiful human for sure. Haley. This is Haley's. Haley, when I think about you and I picture you in the art room, I picture someone who is so kind to everyone. I think people respect you for that, including myself, that you get along with every kind of person. And technically you are so strong as an artist because you work so hard. When I see you working, I see you're just laser focused on what you're doing, and then all of a sudden you show me this piece and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good because you work so hard. I also thought about Jared and how he carried that fish around. Those of you who know Jared and know the fish, right? What's the fish's name? Captain something, or who knows the name? Okay, so Jared, if those of you who go to Spring Lake High School know Jared and you know this fish, it's a stuffed fish like this big, and he carried it around like his whole high school career, right? It was like a thing at the high school. Who did he choose to pass it on to of all people when he left Spring Lake High School? Haley Brosnan. And to me, I was like, who's he going to give it to? It's going to speak volumes, and it was you. And then I wasn't surprised because I know that you were a good friend to people. And technically, like I said, your work is so strong, and I can tell that you work hard on your craft. So thank you guys all for being incredible. Thank you for being creative and for being passionate. And I know I'm preaching to the choir when I say that the arts are so important for our community. And I'm thankful that I work in a community that supports the arts, that feels that it's important to continue funding the arts and to keep, pouring into these young people. So I have to say thank you to the Grand Haven Area Community Foundation, specifically the Youth Advisory Council, who has chaired this project, and for Angela for putting all the pieces together and for taking the lead charge. When she called me and she said, I have this thought, I want to do a mural, and I want it to be funded as a commission, and I want to have a high school artist. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the gold standard of high school art projects. It's public, you have a genuine, authentic audience. They're going to pay you what you're worth, which I can tell students all the time. You're worth charging money for your art. You should, keep track of how many hours you spend, because that should calculate out to something that you get paid for it. But it's hard for you guys as young artists to know that until somebody steps forward like this and says, your art is worth getting paid for. So thank you, Angela, and for everybody who's kind of coming behind all of these artists and supporting their work. It means the world to me, and I'm thankful that I work in a place, in a community where they see the value in that, and where if the school can't fund it, I can turn to the community and say, what about this idea? Can you, support us with a grant or something? I always have been well supported in that way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you who are here. I love you, I miss you. I wish I could hug you, but I won't be able to do that today. All right, thanks.
With that, we're going to ask Michelle Hanks, one of the proprietors of 7 Steps Up, to come forward and talk a little bit about our.
Well, first off, the very first time when we heard about Art in the Park, we loved the idea. When we saw it going up, I said to Chris, we have these beautiful walls of our building. Should you ever have an idea, we would welcome the opportunity to put an art project on the side of our building. So we were thrilled whenever they came to us and said, we're thinking about this idea of music and diversity, and could we put it on the building at 7 Steps Up? And Gary and I were all over it from before it was ever even proposed. We didn't really have any expectations, to be honest with you. We were just hoping that we would like one of them. That was our hope. And we were just like speechless when we first started looking at them, and we could find something about each one of the concepts to say we could see this, but we did choose one. Now, we did not know the names. This was done blind, so that we didn't know whose was who, because we do know a few people here. We didn't want there to be any bias towards any particular project. And I'm thrilled. The project that we chose, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it, the project that we chose is this one out here. And the reason that we chose this one, like I said, we could find something for each one of the projects to say, but we loved the idea. The diversity really spoke to us in the symbolism in the picture, the musical notes, bringing in the aspects of the live music venue. And then we have a lyric, actually, that we want to use from some artists that have performed here, and the lyric is from the Alternate Roots.
It was the theme,
Nothing more, yes. And it was actually used for the Olympics.
2007.
Russian Olympics, I think. But the lyric is, we are how we treat each other and nothing more. And so, this is the most difficult decision we've ever had to make. And it was a lot easier to make too once we found out. I think Chris is going to talk a little bit more about this. But every person's art is going to be represented in the village, and it made things a lot easier for us to know that we weren't excluding anyone. We were just choosing what was going to be on the side of the building. So thank you. We love this. We cannot wait to see it up there. Gary, do you have anything to add?
No?
Okay. Chris?
Well, that's
Oh,
the
I do.
part that Michelle mentioned.
I've forgotten. Whose is this?
Oh, this is Liv Butler's artwork. We're the ones trying.
And now I'm really glad
all done blind. With that being said, Michelle is right that we could not pass up this opportunity to commission each one of the artists to do a piece somewhere in the village. So just because your art is not going on the side of 7 Steps Up does not mean that you're not getting a commission, and that you will be working with Angela to select a location. We have a number of canvases around the community, and we are excited to work with every single one of you, because I will tell you, it's amazing. I know you can't see underneath my mask. But when we first saw these, I kept scrolling back through them, and I'm like, how do you pick one? How do you pick one? We're not gonna just pick one, we're picking them all, so.
How about you put one on every wall around 7? We could do that.
Yeah, so we're excited to launch this and to work with each and every one of you, and thank you, Jennifer, especially because, a great teacher is inspiring to every single, one of these art students, and if without you, we wouldn't have been able to pull this off. So, with that, is there anything else I need to announce, or are we? Well, you'll all be hearing from Angela as we select canvases and start working towards a completed art project. So thank you all for being here today.
Thank you.
Also, Christy Dries is here, and she was one of the first 2 muralists to be awarded a commission in the village. So she was out last summer doing a commission. She's here for all of you because it's very intimidating. I'm sure as you were putting your concepts together, you were thinking, well, can I do this? Christy's going to help us get your drawing on the wall, order paint. You want to tell them?
Yep. Where to start? That's a big question. How many layers are you going to need with the paint? How much paint you're going to need? How much time you think it's going to take to get done? So I'm here. I have business cards to give everybody, so feel free to text me, email me, call me, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. I just live here in the village, so I can ride my bike over and get you started or help you wherever you need. So if you have questions on anything, please don't hesitate to reach out.
What building did you paint on last year?
I painted on the backside of Planting as a cleaners.
Okay.
And it was intimidating. I was kind of a little nervous myself, so.
We love it. Absolutely love it. Spectacular.
Do we want to get pictures with each of the artists with their board?
That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys want to each run up and we'll get the pictures of the second.
I'm gonna stop, okay?
You can stop and you can take that home.
Thank you all for watching.